Hey, welcome back. Today I thought it would be fun to use some products that I never really use on camera. Some of these are products that I use day to day. Some of them are truthfully products that I haven't pulled out in a while. I just thought this would be fun to do a recap on some things that are just kind of like maybe hidden gems in my collection, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, we'll see. Truthfully, some of these things are really just things that I haven't used in a while and I wanted to pull out. So the first is the MAC Next to Nothing face color. Now, I don't really know if they still make this. I heard that it was going to be discontinued, but I always see this in my drawer and I don't pull it out, and I don't know why, because it is very reminiscent of MAC's Face and Body, but it's a little bit easier to apply. It's a nice sheer to light coverage, but really not buildable like Face and Body is. Face and Body is very layerable. You can let one layer dry and then you can kind of add on to it, and you can get somewhere between. Some people say they can get a full coverage with Face and Body. For me, it's really kind of always just kind of built up to a nice medium coverage. But with this Next to Nothing face color, which, like I said, don't even know if they still make it. Definitely more of just a sheer to light coverage. Glossier's Stretch Concealer. Now, this is one that I really enjoy, but it doesn't work with all formulas of base products. For me, I think it works best with another sheer to light coverage product that definitely has some radiance or emollients to it, just something that has a similar consistency. This would be, if you were to apply this, let's say on top of like a matte foundation, it would easily disrupt it because it is such a creamy formula. So can't really use this with all of my base products, but something that's lightweight and sheer like this, it works fine with. This also makes for a really good foundation. Like some days I'll just use this as my overall foundation. Speaking of, I've got the RMS Beauty, I think it's the new Uncover Up foundation. A few of you all have asked me to review that. It's in my cart on Sephora right now, so that'll probably be a newbie coming into play soon. I have so many new foundations that I'm trying to hold off so I can give the others a little bit of a chance, but looks very up my alley. This is very old school back in the day. I have to say that this was a part of my collection before it became such a hit. I saw Sam Chapman from Pixie Woo use this a very, very long time ago. This palette is well past expired, I know, but honestly, I haven't reached for it since I discovered the Milk makeup bronzing stick, and so this is something that I just wanted to revisit. Obviously, it's still wilding out with pigment. Whoops, didn't really mean to get that much on here, but it's an easy product to work with. I mean, this will very easily blend out. I used to love this back in the day because truthfully it was one of the first cream bronzers that I found to be really easy to apply. By the way, this is the Hourglass Illume Sheer Trio. I forgot to say the name. Glossier Cloud Paint. Love the colors in these. I have a couple. They're not the easiest to work with though. You have to be very careful when depositing the product on the back of your hand. A lot comes out at once. And then I think it's also one of those cream blushes you kind of got to figure out how to use. So really I make sure the product is very dissolved before I apply it, or it will disrupt the base. It will move the base around. So you kind of have to make sure that it's almost dry before you put it on, or a lot of people are like, this takes off my foundation, it removes my concealer, and that's because it's a very wet water-based product. So, it'll kind of, it'll move the product underneath it. Oh, and the color I'm using is Dusk. This color looks really nice on the eyes as well. This Hourglass powder I haven't used since I got it. I got a mini during the Sephora sale, and this is the translucent veil powder. So I'm just going to go ahead and use that to set my skin. If you didn't know, I do have a second channel, my home channel. A lot of you all are like, what are you talking about? It's something I started over a year ago because for a while I was doing some home content on this channel, and unfortunately that's just not how YouTube works now. You can't just go like wilding out and uploading whatever you want to your channel unless you're that type of channel. I have always been obviously very heavily makeup and beauty focused. So unfortunately, it just really hurts your content when you start to switch things up and it's not of your viewers' interest. So I just thought, you know what? I love, cooking and home related things in general is also a part of my life that I really enjoy. So I just thought, let's just make another channel. So that's what I did. It was actually an old vlog channel that I had from college, and I've been loving it. And I decided, you know what, if I'm really going to upload content to it, I need to have an associating social media account. So I also started the Instagram recently. Thank you to everyone who has followed. It is just a really good outlet for me to share home and cooking mainly. I love food and travel, so if you don't follow me there, it'll be down below. Oh, and I'm just using the highlighter from this same Illume Sheer Trio. I never do my eyebrows on camera anymore because generally it's either the same routine or it's something that I've showed before, but I'm just going to go ahead and do them. And a little speed toot here. I'm using the Nabla Brow Divine eyebrow pencil. So what I've been doing lately is really defining the lower portion of my brow with a pencil, and then I go in for the front of my brow with this Urban Decay brow blade. Unfortunately, the Glossier brow flick, I really liked it initially, and then I kind of started comparing it to a few others that I had in my collection that were like it, and it seemed like my Glossier one wasn't as precise. So that's why I've kind of been leaned more towards the Urban Decay one. I think it's a little bit more precise and it gives more of like the actual brow stroke appearance. I cannot do eyeshadow right now. Unfortunately, my eyes, my allergies are just like going absolutely insane. The eczema on my eyes is just rampant. They feel so sore right now just from wearing eyeshadow yesterday. They're completely like raw and red. So I'm going to opt for one of the Laura Mercier Caviar veils. So this is just a very like sheer product, like a veil. I mean, like a veil. Appropriate name, Laura. Something I've really been trying to get back into is a little bit of liquid eyeliner. I don't know. After a while, I just got tired of it, didn't really want to fool with it, and now I'm just slowly trying to work my way back into it. So this one is from Tilbury. It's like the only one I could find right now. And basically what I do is I do a small flick on the end and then bring it downward, and then I basically stop like at the center of my eye because I have hooded eyelids. If you go all the way across your eye with a thicker line, it's going to transfer, especially if you do have hooded lids like mine. So if I do carry it all the way in, generally I'll do like the thinnest line. I stop with the thickness around mid-eye. So I'm going to try to do this on camera. We'll see how it goes. Bless up if it goes well. Okay, so see how the thickness is just kind of on this outer part here, and as I bring it in, I just slowly make it very, very thin. That way when I look straight, the line in the middle isn't transferring to the top. Also going to tightline with a little bit of Neutrogena black eyeliner and then apply some Glossier mascara. I may do some lashes. I'm not really sure. Finally, I never really do a red lip, and this isn't like completely red, but I wore it in a thumbnail recently and I got so many questions and comments about it, so I ended up linking it in a video. I'm able to track my links, and so many of you all bought this lipstick. It's from Nabla and it's called Allusive. It's kind of just like borderline red and burgundy, so I'm just gonna go for it. I never wear red in videos, so yeah, I like this color. I like that it's like a mid-tone. It's not too red, but it's also like enough to, I don't know, catch someone's eye, I guess. Oh, this lip liner I'm using is Makeup Forever number 41. I'm also going to put a little bit on the back of my hand and just use that as an accompanying blush. All right, so there you have it. Products that I just haven't really used on my channel in a long time, or I don't know, maybe some of these I've really never used on camera, but love this look. It's just very appropriate for my outfit today too. I'm kind of like a little 70-ish today. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me use some of these in action. If you have any questions for me, leave them down below and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.